Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars franchise seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also let's not forget about their new Star Wars TV shows and their new movies in the works, as well as, of course, other aspects of Star Wars that so many fans are looking forward to by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Also, make sure to check me out at Mike01 on Twitter if you would like to. Now, when we go ahead and examine everything that has been happening for the past couple of weeks now, is that Lucasfilm has been very much busy with their new Star Wars TV shows like Ahsoka, the Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian Season 3 and 4, which is being worked on back-to-back. A lot of work is being poured in to this new Star Wars universe, and given that we have George, John, and Dave working together as this trio, if you will, to really bring back Star Wars Legends, it really does open up one's eyes as to exactly what's happening with Star Wars right now, and how many fans are just really excited about the future of the overall universe, and how it's really going to take advantage of really delivering some of the stories from the fan favorite characters like Mara Jade, Luke, Thrawn, Ezra Bridger, and others out there as well. Now, with that being said, what's really even all the more exciting is that John and Dave are also working on delivering tons of mythology of Star Wars into the Ahsoka Tano series. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that it's really going to take advantage of aspects like the Netherworld of the Force, as well as other aspects such as the Worlds Between Worlds, as we saw in Star Wars Rebels. That was actually one of the best episodes that really debuted by Dave Filoni. He kind of low-key inserted time travel into Star Wars as a franchise. Now, moving forward, alright, with both Disney and Lucasfilm primarily focused on their new Star Wars universe, it's described that both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are actively working on their new Star Wars projects in order to bring back tons of Star Wars Legends material. However, it's described that in a recent interview with actress Rosario Dawson was able to reveal more about Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy. When Rosario was questioned about Lucasfilm's leadership, Rosario Dawson went on to state that in the beginning stages of The Mandalorian Season 2, when I was being questioned about Favreau and Filoni to portray Ahsoka, there were most definitely some complications that came with that, as of course, Kathleen Kennedy in the beginning did not believe that I was for that role as Ahsoka Tano. Rosario Dawson went on to unveil that, believe it or not, I was supposed to be in the finale of The Mandalorian Season 2 when they were writing the scripts, with characters like Cara Dune, Din Djarin, Bo-Katan, and Luke Skywalker. However, Kathleen Kennedy, when she had more creative control at the time, did everything that she could to write me out of the major scene for that series. Now, which I was always confused about, as I felt that I would have been a great addition to the cast for that special moment for sure. Rosario continues to reveal that I was actually very upset that I did not make it to the Season 2 finale that I was supposed to become a part of for the original scripts by Favreau. It would have been quite an experience to have actually seen Ahsoka and others meeting Luke Skywalker for the first time, where Rosario Dawson also reveals that Kennedy also didn't really respect the Legends lore as much that John wanted to throw into Season 1 and 2's script in the early stages, but that I know now that John has amazing concepts going into Season 3 that fans will actually love and crave for. So, there's a major reason as to why I really like Rosario Dawson. Now, she's very open-minded, she loves what she has actually been able to do with the character of Ahsoka Tano, and we can obviously see here that Rosario Dawson has no trouble speaking the truth about Kathleen Kennedy and her true intentions about Ahsoka Tano as a character. Now, the thing that really gets me is why in the world would Kathleen Kennedy not want to have Ahsoka Tano in the finale of The Mandalorian Season 2? Now, that really gets me. I mean, the only thing that I could maybe come up with is that maybe she felt that it would take away the limelight from Luke Skywalker, but I seriously doubt that, since Kathleen Kennedy does not seem to be a big fan of Luke at that. So I think it was just because that Kathleen Kennedy initially wanted Brie Larson to become the role of Ahsoka Tano. We talked about this about a year ago. And that was also probably the biggest indicator there that why she had a lot of issues with Rosario Dawson. Now, Rosario Dawson, believe it or not, alright, actually is very well going to become a big part in Mandalorian Season 3, come, of course, 2022, next year. Now, they're not quite sure if they're going to make that late 22 release. If they can't, they're going to push The Mandalorian Season 3 for 2023 in the very beginning of that year, right around February or March. That's their game plan. Now, Ahsoka Tano as a character, let me just say hands down, very well done by Rosario Dawson. Of course, you know, there are some minor differences here and there. You know, like the monk trails are a little bit shorter, but they had to do that because it just got in the way during her stunts. The thing that also, I think, really surprises a lot of fans here is the fact that Kathleen Kennedy went so far to write Rosario Dawson out of The Mandalorian Season 2's finale, taking her out of that finale from, of course, what Jon Favreau intended to do, between, of course, characters like Bo-Katan, Cara Dune, Din Djarin, Grogu, Luke. It actually would have made sense to actually have Ahsoka thrown in there. I mean, come think of it, you know, it would have been quite an experience. Now, yes, I understand that Boba Fett was not there. Okay, I get that. But at the same exact time, these two characters, Boba Fett and Ahsoka Tano, thankfully they are getting their own TV shows. And honestly, I think it's going to be a great gateway to possibilities. It's going to be a great foundation to create something new for the Star Wars fans to enjoy. And at the very minimum, when we go ahead and see what John and Dave have been doing behind the scenes, they are endlessly working on tons of Star Wars Legends lore to make its way into the Star Wars universe. I mean, we have a lot of fan-favorite characters coming back. We have a lot of fan-favorite storylines from Legends coming back that are going to be slightly altered here and there, so I understand that. But at the end of the day, I think it's all about John and Dave really trying to make the fans happy, trying to actually stay with the passion, and to really kind of just bring things all together. That's their overall end game, is that they really want to reverse the damage that Kathleen Kennedy had done with the sequel trilogy movies, and of course, with firing actress Gina Carano. So, like I've said before in the past, I think that this is a very great addition. The fact that we have Ahsoka Tano in Mando Season 3, the fact that we also have her own show coming up for either 2023 or at the very end of that year. So, I would love to hear what each and every one of you guys have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.